What is good, you guys? This is technically Invincible Gardens and Globe video. This is a somewhat of a part two of the update video. This is game update version 3.0. We did mostly catch everything that I saw on the video that I recently just made, but I did want to put this short, quick video out alongside it because there was a few things that obviously we wouldn't notice unless we went through these patches, and that is this. I'll show you right now. So first things first, 2 new heroes are going to be released very soon. I caught something. Let me remove this real fast. I caught something. If you go here, we have a coalition tag now. Coalition tag. And I'm thinking, why would they add a coalition tag? Thetis is most likely coming to the game. If I'm taking a guess, Thetis is most likely coming to the game, or an Allen variant. Mark my words, it's going to be Thetis or an Allen variant coming to the game. And the people that have this tag are obviously Omni-Man, Allen, Battle Beast, and Mark. But let's go back to the patch notes. But that was something I caught when I was off camera. Then this is the totem stuff. This is the stuff we went over. Most of the stuff that I see here, we did catch. Even some of this stuff, like the campaign, they are going to be dropping after season 4 episode 1 drops. They're going to be dropping a Seasonal Nightmare for it. They increased the amount of waves or stages, whatever you want to call it, for the Seasonal Nightmares during the weeklies and for the weekends. They have a new party software that only affects iOS. This was the changes. They removed the ads that you were able to watch to get the 30 gems. That's been removed for a little while now. Adjusting the UI of artifacts to be more consistent with the totems, basically making them look better. Extra information on the battle pass. Resorting in the rewards. That was the thing I pointed out, that it showed you how much you actually will gain now, which is pretty cool. Sorting heroes in rank up screen. This one I checked, it doesn't seem to be different from what it normally was, so I don't know about that one. This one I definitely went to check, because I thought it was what I thought it was that I would be able to type in how much, like, what level I want people to be at, or what level I want to see, or something like that, but it did not do that, so I don't know. Maybe it's something, once again, that's not noticeable. And then this one showing the rank, level, gear set, artifacts, totems equal in the per battle pass requirement, yada yada yada. Piggy bank, no one cares about piggy bank, I'm sorry. Then fixing the summons on some characters. Now summons will be factoring in the armor their hero that's summoning them is wearing. This is huge. This is a huge buff to all summon characters. This is a major buff to all summon characters. All summon characters, the person they summon now is going to be even more better. So that's overall just a better thing for the game for the summon characters. This makes all summon characters instantly get a notch up and makes them a little bit more usable. So General Krieg, someone that's already super usable. Machine Head, much more usable now. Cecil, already usable but now even better. Robot with his totem, even better. Doc Seismic with his totem, even better. Duplicate and Multi-Paw clones. And Multi-Paw being someone I gotta build now, I'm a little excited. So I actually like that. That's a dope change. Now, Komodo Dragon kind of got a nerf / rework. But I will call it nerf because they did nerf his main ability that everybody used him for, was his negating of damage tremendously. So they turned it down a bit, which I'm not too mad about, but I am a little sad because I did just boost him up. So a lot of people have been getting the use out of it for a long time, and I did not, because I just boosted him up, and they're nerfing him already. But he has been strong for a while, so I'm not surprised. Basically, the problem, and I don't think they intended this, which is why I'm not mad at it. It was supposed to be a critical damage resistance. He's supposed to basically not be able to take critical damage when you max out his skill. But basically what it would do is when you maxed out that skill, he just basically didn't take damage. He just basically stopped taking damage at that point. He would only take damage to physical damage. So any type of energy damage, he just didn't take. So if you were using ranged heroes, he literally just wouldn't die. And the only way to kill him was like if you had an entire team of melee characters and you just had to pray that he just didn't have healers with him, because if he had a healer with him, he wouldn't die. So hopefully this is going to hopefully make him able to be killed. But while still keeping him strong, they did not want to nerf his kit completely because they see the players love him. So they did increase his lifesteal from 100 to 130 if you max out his skill. This is all like max leveling skills and stuff like that. So if you're not a person that has a max level, don't worry, he's not going to be that much different from you, other than he might be a slight bit easier to kill. His bounce back went from 25 to 30. His defense went from a 30% boost to a 15% boost to try to make up for the fact of the damage nerf that they gave him. The defense nerf that they gave him. So obviously I don't use Komodo Dragon in my main team, and I don't really use Komodo Dragon outside of niche lineups. So only people that are going to really be able to tell you if this is a major difference is someone that really uses him. I can do some testing for you, but I didn't really use him that much other than before. So I don't really have much to go on. So I'm going to be totally honest. I'm probably not the best educated person for this information here. But the best thing I can tell you is he's going to be a little bit more squishy than he was. But I don't think he's going to be like horrible. Now this here, I know some people are going to be excited for. Cape Vincible got a buff. A noticeable buff. His damage output and his healing is going, and his true damage is all going to be increased. They increased it by 10% of his main ability for his damage. They increased his life leech by 4 for his main for his passive skills. His attack boost was increased and I believe it doesn't say it in his description, but it says here enemy and ally humans when fighting. It says in his actual paragraph. I can show you so you guys see I'm not lying. You got you right now, so you see I'm not lying to you. It says it right here. When fighting alongside humans, Cape Vincible, yada yada yada, gets his stuff. What this is saying here on the website, though, in the notes, it's going to apply when he has an ally alongside of him, or when he's fighting a human. I guess I believe that's what that's saying here. Because it says applies when fighting enemies and ally humans, not only allies. So I'm assuming that means if you don't have a human on your team, as long as you're fighting humans, it's gonna crank it up. And then it basically increased his it also increased his damage damage boost from 4% to 8.5. So when you had this originally maxed out, it went up to 6%. Now it goes up an extra 2.5%. And once again, with true damage, that is a big difference. With attack boost, that is a big difference. Now, his true damage is his passive ability, which is this one right here. Every time Cape Vincible life leech, it deals 16% amount leeched as true damage from the target, reducing their healing by 25%. And then basically now, if you max this out, it's going to be a 30% true damage. So the 30% true damage means he's going to, I believe, leech off more life and take a bigger percentage of their life. so that's going to be good for him. His cooldown went from 60 to 40, and his max life leech went from 350 to 400. So I don't think this means Cape Vincible is the greatest hero in the game. No, I definitely would have to test it and see how much better did it make him, because his main issue is not that his kit was bad, because I always thought his kit was good. His main issue is that he's extremely, extremely, extremely squishy. He dies extremely, extremely, extremely fast. That's what my main issue was with him. So I would have to do testing to make sure and see if these changes work, but these changes overall did just make him better, and a lot of people were begging for him to get a buff, so I see that they did a little bit of crowd control on that one. Adam Eve got a small adjustment with her passive, which is, I believe, this ability. I believe it's the third one. I believe it's this one. She got a slight rework on this one when shielding. Now it says a rework, but I don't know whether it was a nerf or a buff or just a changing of wording, because they don't give you any notice here. So I'm not fully sure what they adjusted, but I guess it says it makes her skill leveled up, so I'm guessing they buffed it. I don't see here anything different, but I guess they buffed it. And then this is just bug fix issues that people were having, I guess. And that's pretty much the rest of this. Like, I know the only one here I know is this one, the golden apple artifact sometimes not applying. Yeah, this would happen to me a few times, that it just didn't apply it. But yeah, other than that, these are all just like really odd bug fixes that maybe you didn't even experience before, so you don't gotta worry about it too much. And then reward code right here. If you have not punched it in, go put that code right there in, and you get some free rewards. But that's going to be all for this one. I just wanted to drop this alongside the other video because of the fact that this was a little bit of stuff, a little bit of extra information that was not in the other video. But hope this helped you guys, and catch you guys next time. Peace out.